to the police all around, especially in town. Love and peace, let's say thanks to the police all around.
Welcome back to the Now Morning Show. Of course, every Monday, the TTPS joins us in studio. And this morning, we're speaking about the conflict resolution caravan that's happening in secondary schools. With us in studio, we have Woman Police Corporal Sasha Williams-Goddard from the TTPS. And we also have with us Jeneice Coteau, founder of the Officium Training Limited, that have some incredible partnerships underway that we're really looking forward to. So good morning, ladies, and welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
It's a pleasure to have both of you on the show this morning. So let's go back to the beginning of this partnership because it started in 2021. Jeneice, let's start with you. The Officium Training Limited, what services are offered?
Oh, so the Officium Training Limited is actually a training company that has a lean mostly to conflict resolution and alternative dispute resolution. I am a certified mediator and also an arbitration trained. So what we really offer is mediation services, counseling services, interventions into conflicts using ADR.
Interesting. Okay. And Sasha, let's bring you into the conversation again. Good morning and welcome. Tell us a little bit about the TTPS's involvement with Officium Training Limited.
So we are part of the community police mandate. We do a lot of partnerships with stakeholders in the community. We address social problems that affect crime. So one of the challenges that we discovered, the high rate of violent crime. A lot of them, went in our research and my time as a detective, I discovered that a quite large number of them are committed because of conflict, unresolved, unmanaged conflict, neighborhood, family disputes, etc. Officium has been partnering with us a long time before the conflict caravan had actually started, or the conflict center. And in 2021, we came together, Jeneice and I decided that let's find a solution to the violent crime issue. And one of the successful tools that we had underutilized was the tool of mediation and community interventions in conflict. So we decided to write something and send it forward, and our commissioner approved, and that was the birth of the Community Conflict Resolution Center.
Okay, interesting. So since the partnership has started since 2021, have you seen progress and the inclusion of mediation, particularly when it comes to conflict? Have you seen changes in the communities?
Oh yeah, definitely. We have actually had an 85% success rate of all conflict that came to us, and we had conflict referred through the stations. We have self-referrals. We have persons that refer family members and friends, and of all the conflicts that we've interacted with, we have had an 85% success rate.
Excellent. Thank you so much for that, Sasha. So, Jeneice, let's bring you back into the conversation. So we hear about mediation in communities particularly, but now we're speaking about a conflict resolution secondary schools caravan. Yes. Why the option for a secondary schools caravan?
Well, to be quite honest, we have all seen the headlines, we have all seen the videos, and what we are trying to do is to interact with young people and teach them how to manage their emotions and how to deal with anger, how to deal with the things that they would feel, and how to deal with conflict. Because really and truly, as Caribbean people, we weren't really taught how to deal with our emotions. It's just the style that we were raised in, that, okay, your parents tell you, go to your room. Don't come outside, speak when you're spoken to. So what we did while we were trying to instill discipline, what we did in fact was really dumb down the ability to deal and manage with emotions. So our thought on this matter is that if we teach young people to identify their emotions, this is under the covering of emotional intelligence. If we teach them to identify and how to deal with it and how to interact without aggression, it will mitigate the fights that is happening.
Okay, well, definitely some food for thought, and something that we all do think about at some point in time.
Yes.
And especially as you mentioned, our culture as well, because one of the things we do consider time and time again is how we were socialized.
Yes.
And being able to really get, for want of a better expression, our hands on young people before they become grown adults and are fully molded, and pass it on to the next generation. So, Sasha, secondary schools, this is starting it started in 2023, right?
Yes.
What was the reception like from secondary schools particularly?
We started it off as a bit of a pilot project to see how it would work. We had the concepts and we wanted to interact with the schools, and the response, the requests were overwhelming. We trained approximately 2,500 students last year, and the floodgate of requests started pouring in. So we wrote and requested permission to do another cycle, and that's the one that's ongoing now. We're carded to reach approximately 20,000 in this cycle, and we're hoping that we can continue to teach, as Jeneice said, to teach the students how to manage fights and conflict and disagreements in a productive manner.
Okay, and are teachers involved in this as well, or is it solely for the students?
So the cycle targets the students. However, the teachers sit in, and we have heard so many teachers come and tell us that they have learned so much from the sessions, and they're more equipped and they're better prepared to deal with the conflict that arises in the school community. So we do have specific trainings and workshops for teachers. However, the Caravan is targeting the students, but we are seeing the benefits on the staff as well.
Excellent. Jeneice, tell us something. What topics are covered in this Caravan?
So the topics that are covered are conflict de-escalation, anger management. You know, these things are covered, but our approach in covering these topics, among with others, is really what and why. So we teach them different things, how to manage your triggers, what exactly is a trigger, what exactly it means to be biased, how do you deal with it. But our why is really what we drill home. You see, we can teach them how to manage it, but then why do you want to? Why is it important? And really what we teach them is that your future is more important than you risking it for 5 minutes. So we teach them how to keep a clear vision on your future and what it means to manage yourself so that you don't throw away your potential future for 5 minutes of anger.
And definitely some powerful stuff. Now, one of the things to consider as well, at least I know many would be interested in, is this a one-off or are there follow-ups? Because, you know, many times we speak to children once, but at the end of the day, children are going to be children. And they may not necessarily retain that or be able to hold on to it, and especially in those heavy emotional moments. So what is offered to ensure that this is something that can have a lasting impact? Sasha.
So the beautiful thing about the TTPS, we are so far-reaching. Our community police unit, we have school liaison officers, we have police youth clubs, we have officers on the ground in every community. So one of the things that we're doing is ensuring that our officers that are spread out across the nation, that they continue to follow up and refer to us as necessary. So we do our individual follow-up with schools and ensure that the concepts and the theories taught are actually being implemented. But we do have officers that are there, that are more intimately involved with the school to pick up on any disturbances or any disruptions and be that bridge to sort of mitigate those challenges at its earliest stage.
A good place to be, definitely, in these schools. And it's good to see this initiative, something a bit different. Again, hopefully reframing our mindset when it comes to conflict resolution in general. Instead of, as you would have said, you know, go to your room, speak when spoken to, giving that space to actually have that conversation is so important. Now, this conversation is happening this month, April 2024.
Yes.
And as you said, the demand has been rolling in. So can we see something like this in the future?
Oh, definitely, you can. We would like to have, this is our second cycle. We would like to have more cycles. One of the things that you would have asked is what is happening for follow-up. Now, there is a program that is available also for the schools where those that are willing to volunteer, we have a program that is running simultaneously called the Young People of Purpose. So we have young people that go with us that actually interact with the youth through drama and through the arts to actually teach them in a way that they can relate to. So there is the opening for young people at the schools to actually come on board and be trained in conflict resolution and the arts so that they can volunteer with us and have their behavior so modified through knowledge as we go forward. So that's one of the follow-up procedures that we do have that has proven to be very, very effective.
This is wonderful because one can only imagine being able to see your peers now coming forward and giving these positive messages should positively impact these students as well.
Oh, definitely. One of the schools that we went to, 19 students came forward after to volunteer, to be a part and to be trained, and that is a great, great success.
We're happy to hear it's a great success and happy to hear that this is going to be an ongoing initiative as well. Tell us, where can we get more information?
So the TTPS Corporate Communications Unit does a fantastic job of updating us. So you can check the TTPS Facebook pages and websites. You can also reach out to us at the Conflict Resolution Center via email or contact number. It's the communityconflictresolution@gmail.com or contact number 396-8322, and we would be willing and ready to help any situation. School, community, individual conflict, we are here to support.
Wonderful. And all the information, of course, is there on your screen. It's great to see this initiative, both of these entities coming together to de-escalate any sort of issues that arise in schools. And one thing before we wrap, at least that came to my mind, is how this can also bring down the rates of bullying possibly as well.
Definitely. That's a topic that we deal with heavily. So there are some things that are prevalent in some of the schools, bullying. Then we have some cliquing and gang. So these are things that we teach teachers how to recognize a gang culture and how to diffuse it and how to intervene and how to bring the students away from that. So yes, bullying and identifying different cultures that are harmful.
Good to see that there is this movement for change, and great to see, of course, the TTPS on board and bringing in conflict resolution and mediation to the table as a way to effectively manage it. So, Jeneice and Sasha, thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure. I hope we can have you back on again soon to see how it's going and learn a little bit more. Have an excellent day.
Thank you so much.
Speaking about conflict resolution caravan happening in secondary schools, of course, you can go to all their social media pages to get more information, and also stay tuned because just before this break, we're going to be talking about World Earth Day, and then we'll be back with more on the Now Morning Show.